so that people can still hear, but not be too overwhelmed by it. Welcome back, everyone, to the Inn of Planar Crossroads. We have our game ready for today. And grab the dice real quick. Get everything set up. So, let's see. Alright, let's go ahead and do announcements real quick while I'm setting up the dice. So, announcements as far as what's going on. We've got Patreon happening with the Inn of Planar Crossroads, of course. You can support what we do here if you want to, and it would be totally cool by us. You can just look at the description, and we have our link there. Secondarily, our disclaimer that we always do in front of our videos. This is not an adult podcast. There will be no adult language, or at least not language that I consider to be adult.
I can say adult language, thank you very much.
But should you, is the question. Not can you. You can say a lot of things. Back to announcements. This session is going to be session 1, the first real episode of our game. We're going to probably make these about hour-long episodes or something like that. Maybe a little less. It's probably going to be by-mission episodes, so that once he accomplishes something, we'll cut it there for story reasons. But aside from that, we're going to be going into the first session, which is titled A Pup Becomes a Fox. And that's what we're going to be going.
I'm not a puppy. Thank you
You're a
very
pup.
much.
You're still a young Kitsune in this, but you're becoming a full fox type thing.
Stop it.
And growing and getting older. So that's what we've got going on there. Let me let's go ahead and get all of the stuffs going on. We got you seeing the map. Oh, I'm not finished with my announcements. Subscriber appreciation one-shot will be happening probably this weekend. So if you haven't done it yet and subscribed and put in for it, you're going to have to wait until the 200 giveaway. So the date that we're recording this, sometime this Saturday is probably when the game is going to happen for the 100 giveaway. So you can we'll look forward to getting that up for you guys. But aside from that, we're going to be doing one at 200, which Colin has volunteered to run, and it should be a lot of fun. It'd definitely be a fun one to get in on. Hopefully, it won't be too serious, but not too lighthearted too. You know, get that misadventure, as the title might suggest for this game, going. This month's giveaway for the Inn of Planar Crossroads is going to be a book, a splat book of your choice that you can have and get to use for your games. So hopefully that'll be something that you are interested in. If you do want that, you need to be a patron of the $10 tier, which is our giant tier. So you have to be a giant in the Inn of Planar Crossroads to get that. You can see that over on the Patreon page and all the different rewards for the tier levels.
Why do you have to be a giant?
You know what I mean. You have to. It's a certain tier of giveaway. It's a certain tier. You don't know nothing about patrons, so you don't have to worry about it. But that's going to be given away on that. New series is going to be this series. This series is going to hopefully continue as long as we want to play. My daughter might get in on it too if she ever decides that she wants to play for sure. She said, "Oh, I want to play today, but I don't think I'll play next time." And I'm like, "Well, no, just decide that you're going to want to play, and when you're ready to play, you can play." But that's that. Last announcement. We have ourselves going to the St. Louis Comic-Con. You will see me, most of the a lot of the other members from the Inn of Planar Crossroads, including Colin, Kane.
And Gideon.
No, Greg's not going to be there. Greg's not going to be at Comic-Con in St. Louis.
Why?
Because he lives in Canada.
Canada?
Yes, he lives in Canada. And so does Kane. Kane's able to make it down, but Mal and Greg aren't. But that's fine. it happens. We're going to get Kane, and he's going to be great. So we're going to have 3 of the 6 members of the Interplanar Crossroads. Well, technically we'll have 4 of our guild masters because Tommy is technically a guild master since he's playing in the game. So there's that.
And I'm a new one, so I'll be there too.
I don't know if we're going to call you a guild master just yet.
Okay. I'm going to be there, okay?
Yes, you will be at the St. Louis Comic-Con. So myself and my children will be there. So Illy will be there also. If she jumps in, then you'll know who to expect. But if not, that little girl that's following me around will be Illy. Anyway, let's go ahead and get in the game. So the game is going to start up, and
A little bit.
it's going to be starting, we're going to say probably Valley Lake. So if you look, if you're watching, it's on the west side of the map.
You see this little patch right
They
here?
can't see you pointing.
Well, you can for them. You
No, it doesn't pick up.
You see
Here.
this little part right here? That's where my house is.
All right. So Valley Lake is going to be on the west, northwest side of the map. Valley Lake is so this is what it kind of looks like, Addie. Valley Lake itself is a very large lake in a valley, of course, that is created by a fork in the mountain range. And the Valley Lake is a very verdant area. It's very green. It's very lovely.
And flowers and butterflies.
If you get a chance to look at the what was it? Picture that we have in our thumbnail, that's very much what it looks like. There are ever-burning torches that light the way into the town of Valley Lake. And Valley Lake has several things going on for it. It has those it's from those mountain areas. It actually is watched over by Count Telmorin Alpha Lailu and Josa'ala Alpha Lailu, who is the Countess.
They both have Lilu.
The mountain wood is what it's called that surrounds their area. And the mountain wood is where most of the bestial races are from. So things like Kitsune, catfolk, there might be a minotaur in there or two. Centaurs usually like to hang out there or near Crosstown, in the plains there by Crosstown. And very much a lovely area, very beautiful area. And we find our young Kitsune named Moon. He is venturing out, and while we're using the ninja class, it's very flavored. We're going to flavor it a bit for a very foresty type of thing going on, since he is a Kitsune. So with him, we come in, and he is basically, this is part of the proving that he's going through. He's excelled at his classes as a ninja, or there's not a proper term for it. They're the he's called a kind of a forest guardian type thing, and they've worked really well with protecting the mountain wood, and they've done a lot for that. And you don't have to be a Kitsune to be one, but there are a lot of Kitsune that function as forest guardians, and they work very closely with the Lailus and the Alpha Lailus and their protection of this area, and they very much function with them in the courts. Our young ninja Moon is going to be venturing forward on his proving, his coming of age, as it were, as a forest guardian ninja type person. So, where does he want to go? You do know that most people venture, when they go out to do their proving, they'll either go to, at least from the Mountainwood, they usually go to either Valley Lake or they go to Crosstown. Crosstown is very much an easy place to find adventure. Valley Lake, not as much. Valley Lake is a very peaceful area. So you're not necessarily going to find something there. So Crosstown is probably your best bet, if not going all the way to the Iron Stronghold or High Castle. I mean, High Hill.
I'll go to Crosstown, then to Lord's Farm.
So go to Crosstown?
Then to Lord's Farm.
Well, you don't have to go to Lord's Farm to find food. You can buy food in town.
But I can easily just get it out of the garden.
That's the king's garden. That's the count's garden. Not the count. The duke's garden.
I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can't get there right away anyway. You got to go through Crosstown first.
Fine, I'll go to Crosstown.
Okay, then. So what we're going to do is something called a random encounter, and see if you end up bumping into anybody on the way.
Okay, this time we will be using the purple dice.
Yes, we will be using, not that it matters to anybody else, but we will be using purple dice.
Purplish dice with a little bit of white and a little bit of black in there too, and some gold in there too.
There's some purple Chessex dice. I don't know what color scheme it's called. Something magic or something like that, or mage or something. I don't know. But that's what we'll be using. If you're wondering, you are listening to, hopefully, if it's recording, in the background, music by Adrian von Zimmer, I think. Adrian von Zimmer. Hold on, let me kind of look at this, and I can tell you. Adrian von Ziegler. Excuse me, Ziegler. That's Ziegler. The music, he has said that the music is free to use. You just give him credit when you use it. And that's what we're doing. I'll try and put a link down in the description if you want to find him, because he does make some nice music. So, let's continue. Alright, so you need to roll what's called percentage dice. And percentage dice are the ones that have 10 sides. And you see this one is numbered 0 through 9. And this one is numbered
to 80.
Double zeros to 90. So this will be your tens column, and this will be your ones column.
I know.
No, you didn't know.
Tenths.
Tens column, ones column. Okay, go ahead and roll it.
See, I know my tens column and ones column. 60 and 2.
Let's make sure that's a 60 and not a 90.
It's a 60.
Where's the 9 at?
Did I get a 90? I thought it was a 60. It's a 60.
It is a 60. So 62. So nothing too terrible happens, but you do bump into someone. Go ahead and
what if it's a bad person?
What if it is? We're going to find out. First thing you need to tell me is how are you traveling? Are you traveling along the road?
I'm traveling along by the road.
You're traveling by the road? Okay.
By the road, not directly on the road. In case any horses come.
Just walking and stuff? Or what are you doing?
I'm right beside the road.
Okay.
And I am walking towards.
You gotta talk loud enough.
I'm beside the road, walking towards Crosstown, on the way there.
Okay.
I'm right at the turn off right now.
Are you in your human form, or are you in your Kitsune form, or are you in your fox form?
My human form.
You're in your human form. Okay. So that means you need to roll me a disguise check.
Why disguise check?
Because you need to see how much you look like a human. How close you look like a human.
Okay. 1.
A 1. Oh, first roll of the d20 and it's a 1. Okay. So you can't crit fail at a
What?
skill check in Pathfinder. So you got an 11. No, it's not 11. Let me look here. Okay, so look at your sheet. There's your disguise right there. You get a what?
6.
You get a +6. So 6 + 1 is
7.
So you get a 7. That is your result. A 7. That's how good your disguise is. Not super
I'm a
good.
kid, okay?
Uh-huh. Okay. So, you don't know. Your disguise looks all right. You think your disguise looks all right. But,
Just a kid, you know. Okay?
So, you go ahead and come on down in there, and you're walking about. And let's see. You got a 60 subs. There are, let me see. And he can see what I'm pulling up on the screen beside me for monsters and stuff. Normally, you wouldn't do that. But right now, with our setup the way it is for recording, you kind of need to. So it's not going to be a big deal. He's not.
Bandit. Pathfinder.
Yes, I'm looking up the stats. That doesn't mean that they're a bandit. That just means, see, like human warrior. So, there we go. So, you're walking around, and
I'm right at the turn off.
Okay.
Right there at the turn off. I know they can't see my finger though.
Yes. For those that do see the map, there is a road that leads to Valley Lake.
It
and
goes
then there's a
to
road
the
leading around
swamp
that merges with a road that leads south west from Crosstown. So we're going to travel up that to Crosstown. So here's you see along the road you're walking. Let's not use that actually. Let's use something else. You see a wagon.
Yay, I get to get a wagon ride.
Well, maybe. That depends.
I have money. 1,000 money goldies.
That depends, though, if you get to.
And I have my shopping list right now. I need a grappling hook.
Well, you're not even in Crosstown yet. So.
I don't care. It's Crosstown.
It's not Crosstown yet. You're not at Crosstown. We just talked about that.
I'm talking about when we get to Crosstown.
Fine. So, you're getting to there. You see a little wagon. It doesn't look very big. It looks like it's built for someone who's slightly smaller, and it seems to just be moving along ahead. It's a little bit ahead of you. What do you want to do?
Well, where is it going?
Don't know. What do you want to do? You don't know where it's going.
I'm hopping in the wagon.
You're just gonna hop in the wagon.
Yes.
Okay, you can try that. You just gonna hop in?
Yes.
Okay, you didn't say that you were gonna do it sneaky, so you try to hop in. Do you give me an acrobatics check to hop in there? You get
Which die?
You roll a d20 and you get a +10. See, because 10 is your acrobatics. For those wondering
20.
why he's getting a +10, it's because he's got the young template on him. Like I said last time, I put that on there. You rolled a...
It's 20. So that means I get 30.
You didn't roll a 20.
I thought I rolled a 20. I rolled a 20.
Now, re-roll, because I didn't see.
Really? 18.
8? Yes. 8 + 10 is 18. So you get an 18. That's fair. Let's see if anybody sees you. You don't think anybody saw you. So you're sitting in there. So this is what you see as you hop in the back of the wagon. Within the wagon, as it jostles back and forth, nice rhythmically, you hop in and you see some crates, and then you see like a little bed off to the side, a bedroll off to the side that's still laid out. On it, there's seems to be a little halfling person, and by little I mean she's little girl halfling. And
I get to talk to her.
Well, she's asleep right now. She's asleep in the she's getting jostled and rocked back and forth.
Like a baby, because babies like to rock back and forth.
Well, she's not young enough to be a baby.
How old is she?
You don't know. She's small, and halflings aren't very big to start with, so it's hard to gauge for someone who's not a halfling just how old a halfling child is. But so you see the halfling child there. She's sleeping. Seems to be holding a little stuffed animal.
What type?
It seems to be a little...
Foxy?
It just seems to be a little person. It doesn't have a specific face or anything. It's just like a little person that's cut out and made into a doll.
You mean a real person cut out and made into a doll?
No, you know what I mean. It's in the shape of a person. There is a driver.
It's a driver. It's her dad.
Well, you don't know. So you got a driver sitting up on the front of the wagon, and has the reins in his hand, and he's just kind of guiding him along, and he goes yee, and he goes haw.
Yeehaw!
Well, that's where yeehaw came from. You go yee, and you go haw to tell the horse which way to go.
Yeehaw!
But in this case, it is not a horse. You see that it is probably a little ass or something like that. A little donkey or something like that.
Yay,
So,
I get to ride a donkey.
well, you're not riding anything right now. You're riding in a wagon.
Technically,
You're not sure what's inside the wagon itself, as far as the crates and stuff. The wagon cover is a nice burgundy color, so it's definitely someone who's has some money to be able to buy a color for the cover of their wagon, instead of just having a stark white one or a stark green one.
Or a brown one.
Green or brown or tan or something like that. It's definitely someone who has a little money. In fact, looking about, you can make me a perception check to see if there's anything more specific that you get. So go ahead and roll it.
I just want to talk to the person.
So you don't want to roll a perception check first?
I want to talk to the person.
Okay. What do you say? He's just driving right now.
Hello?
He goes. So he's he's going along, and he just hears this hello from behind him. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And you see this person turn around. He's got a big red nose and a big fluffy beard. He's definitely a halfling, but he's got a big fluffy wiry beard. Sticks out all over the place.
Is he trying to be Santa?
No.
Even though Santa doesn't exist?
No, he's not trying to be Santa. He's got a big fluffy brown beard. It's all wiry, and he's got a bulby type of nose, a big red bulby type of nose. He's got a long pipe in his mouth with a little bit of smoke coming out of it. And
I can picture that.
He's got, kind of looks at you, big bushy eyebrows, too. So he's got lots of fluff on him. He's got a little green cap, kind of like Link's cap. He's got a little one, green one he has on. And he's definitely got traveler's clothes on. So, he's what are you doing here, Fox Boy?
I'm not Fox Boy, I'm a human.
You're a human, are you?
Just kidding.
You don't look human to me.
Go away.
Well, you're in my wagon. I'm not going to go away. You go away.
You go away.
No. He starts to pull the wagon over, and he's like, no, you get out of my wagon.
You get out, or I'll push you out.
I don't think so.
I'll push you out.
You're gonna try and push him out?
Well, he's not getting out.
No, he's not getting out of his wagon. Are you gonna try and push him out of his wagon? Or no? Or are you gonna...
Just gonna smile at him. He's funny.
Now listen, little fox boy, you get out of my wagon. All right. Rolls up his sleeves. Fine. And he tries to push you out of the wagon.
$18.
No. That's a 16 plus whatever he has, which you don't know what is. And you see him, and he kind of picks you up by the scruff of your neck, and he goes, tosses you out of the wagon.
Did I break the wheel?
You want to try and break a wagon wheel? They're like this thick, and they're made of wood.
I know. Don't I have something to break it with?
No, you haven't got anywhere to get started yet.
Now just start kicking on it.
Okay, roll then.
9.
You hurt your toe kicking the wagon.
I didn't say kick.
You did just say
I
kick.
said hit.
You hurt whatever you hit the wagon with. You keep hitting the
18.
wagon?
18.
You definitely hit the wagon.
18.
You definitely hit the wagon. You can roll a d4 of damage if you want, but it's got something called hardness that you have to overcome with that damage. That's the damage. What was it? 1. So with your kick, you literally do no damage to the wagon, and the halfling man just was like, and don't get in my wagon anymore, boy. And he goes back up and starts the donkey up again.
Did I punch him in the face?
You try to, well, you'd have to get back up in the wagon to do that.
Then I sneak up. Then I sneak up in the. Then I hold on to the.
You sneak into the wagon?
I sneak and hold on to the wagon.
So you want to try and hold on to the wagon from the outside as it's going?
From the back.
You can roll if you want to.
Which one? This?
You would roll a d20, yes.
10.
10, and you need to add your climb check. So you rolled just a 10? And you have a negative on your climb check, so that means it's -1. So 10 minus 1 is?
9.
So 9. If 9 is the result, that means that you can hold on a little bit, but you know you can't do it for very long as it starts moving and jostling around. You hadn't started up real fast yet.
Then I get in the wagon, trying to pull myself up. I only have 9 strength.
No, you have 8 strength. You can acrobatics up in there if you want to.
Sneak.
You want to sneak in there? Okay, that's a different roll then. Roll again.
10.
10, and then you get a plus 10 to your stealth. So 10,
that means 20.
That means 20. So you definitely get in there nice and quiet. You're definitely in there nice and quiet. And he doesn't notice that you got back in. And the little girl kind of goes, and she kind of just moves around. Doesn't wake up yet or anything. So are you gonna stay quiet in the wagon, or what are you gonna do?
Know what I'm gonna do?
No, I don't know what you're going to do. You're going to tell me what you're going to do.
Can you guess what I'm gonna do?
No, because you're going to tell me what you're going to do.
I'm gonna bend off the wheel. Although I have to make him stop and get.
You have to be outside the wagon to get the wheel off, and it has to be stopped for you to get the wheel off.
Yeah, then I'll make him throw me out and get the wheel by saying hello to him.
So you say hello again?
Yes.
And he goes, "Whoa! Boy, I told you to get out of my wagon." And he gets down again. starts and throws you back out. Yep, throws you back out. And he says, now if you get in here again, I'm going to give you a right whooping. And he goes in there and...
Then I take the wheel off before he gets in.
You can give me a disable device check. That's going to be kind of hard. Well, no, it'd be a knowledge engineering check. You do not have knowledge engineering, so just make me an intelligence check.
3.
3 plus your intelligence, so 3 plus your bonus, which is 2. 3 plus 2 is
5.
3 plus 2 is 5. You do not get the wheel off before he starts to go, and it kind of pinches your finger. Take 1 point of non-lethal damage. So, what do you want to do now? You want to keep pestering this person, or you want to walk on around, or keep going towards the crosstown by yourself?
How about I just loosen up the thing on his donkey by getting on the handle on there that he's not looking at the handle, is he? Because
he's having to hold the reins. He's having to hold the handle. So the donkey's livestock pull a wagon. So he's looking at where the donkey is right now. He's holding the reins that lead to the donkey. So it would be very difficult to get into his field of view without him noticing.
I have an idea.
Okay.
When you make him get out, and then I get on the donkey and ride it off.
Okay, how would you do that?
By sneaking back in the wagon and getting on his head and pushing him out of the wagon and taking his donkey.
So you want to get in there and push him out of the wagon.
And get my donkey. And get the donkey.
And get the donkey. So, first thing you need to do is get back in. So are you going to jump in or stealth in?
Stealth in.
Roll your thing.
7 plus 10.
7 plus 10 is going to be
17.
17. So 17 gets you in there, and he doesn't seem to notice you. So now you want to try and push him out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
2.
2. Yes. 2 plus your CMB, which is 0. So, yes. You do not push him out. In fact, you just go, and he looks back, and he says, all right, boy, I warned you. And he stops the wagon, and he gives you a right smack across the head. So this is your armor class.
17.
And he rolls an 11 plus whatever he has. So he kind of swings at you. It does, you feel it. It does. Oh, well, wait, no, because he's not trying to kill you. He's just trying to knock you around a bit. So he doesn't hit you. He swings at you, but he doesn't hit you. So you can
dunk.
Yes, you dunk out of the way, and it just kind of, you feel it pass over one of your fox ears on your head. Now it's your turn.
I kick him.
Okay.
17.
17. You definitely hit him. So you kick him. Roll your damage you roll a d4.
3. 3.
3 damage. Plus your strength, which is a -1. So 3 minus 1.
2.
2 damage. So you do 2 damage, and he kind of goes, oof! And you hear a little, and you hear the little halfling girl starting to wake up.
I jump out of the wagon.
Okay.
And under the wagon.
You jump out of the wagon.
And then I get under the wagon.
Well, it's his turn first. He's going to swing at you again.
I dunk.
He gets out he moves closer towards you and gets out his little club. He swings at you again with his little billy club thing, and it doesn't seem to hit you. You move just out of the way, but he came pretty close. So you are able to take your turn now. So what are you going to do?
I jump under the wagon and grab onto the bottom.
Okay, you can jump out of the wagon this turn.
I jump out
So
of the
you
wagon.
can jump out of the wagon then. You're going to need to make an acrobatics check if you don't want to kind of nick yourself on the way out.
10.
10 plus your acrobatics.
Which is 10, so that means 20.
All right.
Which
So
means I definitely make it.
you definitely make it. You kind of dunk down, and when you do, you kind of use the momentum to spring backwards and backflip out of the wagon.
Like,
So
spring backwards and spew.
you're out of the wagon. Do you want to move under the wagon now, or do you want to, what do you want to do? You want to move out of the wagon, disappear, go around the
I
side?
want to move
what?
under the wagon, get on the wagon, and push him out.
Okay, well, you can't get under the wagon and on top of the wagon at the same time.
Well, I move, I go as fast as I can to that part right there. Jump up
There is no part right there. You have to tell me what side. Right side, left side.
the side I'm on.
You're on the back. You jumped out the back. So you backflipped out of the back because it was open. So you're standing at the back of the wagon.
So I go around to the top to the front as fast as I can and push him out.
Okay. You can go around to the front, but that's going to take your turn because it took you that time to get out, and then you got to run back around. So, and then jump back up there if you want. I'll let you jump back up there behind him if you want.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay. So make another acrobatics check.
15.
15 plus 10 is
25.
25. So you get 25, and you are deftly, you bounce out, you run around, and you hop forward, and you land on one foot and just kind of stop there for a second, and you come down on both feet. So now you can push him next time if you want to. This is the little girl's turn. She wakes up and she goes, Papa, what's going on?
I knew it was Daddy. I knew it was a daddy.
She says, Papa, what's going on? And she kind of rubs her eyes, and she sees you, and she goes, what's going on? I don't know, dear. It just seems to be a little bandit. Little fox boy.
I'm a human. Thank you very much.
She doesn't seem to believe you either.
Hey!
It's his turn. So he's going to try to hit you with his billy club again.
I try to dunk as fast as I can.
He doesn't hit you again. Doesn't seem to be able to hit you this time. So it's your turn.
I kick him out. And I got it.
A what? It's not a 1. Looked like a 7 to me. What is it?
1.
Oh, it is a 1.
I may
So,
have rolled it a little.
When we do misses like this, we confirm. Usually here, usually you don't confirm critical misses. Usually, if you roll a 1, you hit a 1, but you didn't. But we do confirm critical misses here because we use something called a good hits, bad misses chart. So, roll this again, and if you miss him,
11.
11 plus your -1,
10.
10. He has an armor class higher than 10, which means that you do miss. So we go to our chart. This first combat does not seem to be going your way, little dude.
I'm not little dude.
Yeah, you kind of are, little dude.
I'm bigger than him, thank you very much. Since he's
I'm talking about you, the player.
I know. He's a halfling, isn't he? He's smaller than me.
No, I think a halfling would be about your size. You're about as tall as a halfling. Where is it?
Plus my fox ears, I am taller.
Oh, there it is. Good hits, bad misses. Where'd you go? Thought I just saw you. Tabletop. Well, there it is. Alright, so good hits, bad misses, and this usually means you need to roll a D100 again. So here you go. Roll these and we'll see what the result is.
8 and 70.
So 70 plus 8 is
78.
Alright, so we'll see what the miss is for a blunt weapon on 778. Probably won't be good for you.
It's 78. At least it's higher than 20 something.
You don't want to get high on a crit miss chart. You want to get high on a critical hit chart, but not on a critical miss.
This is a critical hit chart.
No, you missed him. You missed him with a 1, and you confirmed your miss. So let's get this pulled up. There we go. Alright. So.
See, Daddy, I got 22.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You got 78.
Yes, I did.
78. Weapon arm broken. No attacks until fully healed. So what that means is, in your haste to hit him, you smack into the side of the wagon, and you literally break your hand. So you have a broken hand now, and you cannot attack with it until you fix it, or until you get it healed, or you do something like that. You might be a good time to run away, or apologize, or do something. So,
well,
it's not your turn yet. That was your turn. It's her turn now. And she goes, "Oh, get him, Papa! Get him! No one's going to steal our merchandise. Get him, Papa!"
I say, I didn't come to steal a merchandise. I just come to say hello. And he was just being rude.
No, he wasn't being rude.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't being rude. You were being rude.
So. No, he was.
No. So she doesn't seem fazed by what you said. But, anyway. She doesn't seem fazed by what you said. And, it is his turn. He kind of swings and misses you again, but he says, "You better give up, boy. I'll crack your noggin." So, now it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I steal the donkey with a 20.
You don't steal the donkey with a 20. The donkey is totally tethered to the thing. Now, you can use that 20 to untether it. You can use that 20 to disable device and really, really fast and just get it untethered.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that.
Okay. So you unhook the donkey. Like you seem to see down below. Oh, there's that pin right there. So you pull that, and you loosens up the thing somehow, with the donkey pulling on it a certain way, from surprise, and the donkey is loose. It doesn't go anywhere, but it's loose right now. What do you want to do with this loose donkey?
I want to hop on it and run away.
Okay, you can hop on it.
I want to hop on it.
Make me an acrobatics check.
And stand on it.
You can
so he can't get me.
You can hop on it if you make me an acrobatics check from where you are.
16.
No, it has to be in the box.
14.
14 plus 10 is?
34.
No. 14 plus 10.
24.
24. So, with a 24, you definitely are able to hop onto it. If you want to get this donkey to move, you have to make a handle animal check.
I just hop on it, so he can't get me from where he is.
Okay. Well, the donkey didn't move anywhere.
So that's
So,
good.
I mean, that keeps you from getting it. That keeps you from getting yourself stuck or anything at the moment. So, you're there. He's gonna try and that was your turn. He just swung at you. That was your turn.
So if he attacks
So
me, he attacks
it's the little girl's turn, and she kind of picks up a cup that she's got sitting beside her, and she throws it at you, trying to get you to leave her daddy alone.
19.
10.
10?
Mm-hmm. Plus her dexterity, which is not bad, but it's not 7 either. So it doesn't hit you. It does whiz past your head. Comes pretty close. So it's your turn. No, it's his turn.
I didn't do my turn.
You did do your turn.
Not after that girl.
He goes. You go. She goes. He goes. You go. She goes. It's his turn. He's going to try and swing at you. He misses. But he does not confirm, so all he does is miss. He does not confirm his critical miss. He just misses. So he does try to swing at you, but you're just outside of the reach when he swings. So he's going to reposition himself for next time so that he can get a closer swing on you. So, what do you want to do now?
You know what I'm gonna do?
You got to talk loud enough for people to hear.
I'm gonna let him swing at me and grab the end of it with my other hand and pull it.
Okay, so you want to ready an action to catch his weapon. Okay, so you ready that action.
Wait, does it have thorns on it?
It does not have any thorns on it. It's
So
just like a little billy club. It's like a little club about this big.
Just a little club with nothing on it. It's just a little club that's wood.
It's just a little rounded off club.
Yeah, that has no thorns or anything, or any spikes or anything like that that can hurt me on it, right?
Right. Not just grabbing it. It'll hurt your hand. You're going to have to grab with your not good hand. So he's going to swing at you. I mean, this is her throwing something at you. So she rolls an 18 to throw at you, which is going to hit you.
No, she already went her turn.
He went, missed you. You went and said, I'm going to wait to try and catch his weapon. So you're readying an action. Now it's her turn. She throws another dish at you this time. And she hits you for
2 damage.
So you take 1 damage. Because she doesn't have, she's a young person too. She doesn't have good strength. So she doesn't have weapon finesse either. She's a child. So now it is his turn. Now he's going to try and swing at you with the weapon. You said you're going to try and catch it.
With both hands.
So I'm going to let him swing.
11.
11 plus his bonus would not break your armor class. Would not meet your armor class. Now you get to try and catch it. We're just going to do a straight dexterity check for you to try and grab it. Now remember, you've got a broken hand.
With both hands?
Grabbing it with both hands would be a bad idea. You can try and grab it with one hand.
6.
A 6.
Plus
your dexterity would be, we're going to say that your dexterity is half of that. Your dexterity bonus is half of that because you've only got one of your arms to try and catch with. So let's say that's a +3. So 6 plus 3 is
9.
9. That is not enough to try and catch a billy club mid-swing. So that doesn't work out. It's now her turn. You can move if you want to. You just readied an action So now it's your turn again. Do you want to move? Do you want to? All you really have right now is a move action, and you can decide what you want to. You can try to attack again, but remember you've got only one hand working right now.
So what weapons? What do I have to attack?
You hadn't bought anything yet. You were just on your way to Crosstown. You could have hitched a ride with him if you were nice, but you weren't nice. So now you're fighting with him.
I put my legs around the donkey and slide under the donkey while I'm on it.
Okay.
Acrobatics check.
That would be an acrobatics check. And just so you know, that's going to make you easier to hit, not less easy to hit.
Getting under it.
Yeah, that's closer to where he is.
I jump off the donkey then. I get off the donkey then.
You gotta talk where they can hear you.
I get off the donkey then.
Okay. Do you want to get off the donkey and just kind of skedaddle, or do you want to get off the donkey and go somewhere specific in that area?
I want to go on the tall grass. Because
Okay,
there is tall grass there, isn't there? Because it's...
There is tall grass there because it is in a field area right near there. There's not a lot of trees around. There's a few little bitty trees around, but there's not a lot of them.
But so there is tall grass, right?
There's tall grass
and I'm
that
small.
the centaurs usually run in. There didn't seem to be any centaurs around right now, but that's what they like to do. That's why it stays tall.
Okay, well, I'm in Grasstown.
You're not in Crosstown. You're right about here at the fork in the road. There's a fork in the southwestern road from Crosstown. So you're not at Crosstown yet. You're still probably the rest of the day journey from Crosstown. So you can make it to Crosstown by the end of the day probably, if you really hoof it.
I go in the tall grass and crawl away.
Okay, you run away. So you're gonna try and sneak away?
In the tall grass. I just arm crawl right.
Okay,
away.
So you're trying to get away. Roll me a stealth check.
20.
Natural 20 plus your 10 is going to be
30.
30. That is a 30 stealth roll. At level 1, people, who says young creatures aren't underpowered in certain ways?
I'm not underpowered.
You're right, you're not underpowered. That dexterity is massive. But, yes. So you are able to get away and sneak away into the tall grass.
Does he see me in the grass?
He can look, but he's not going to beat a 30. Yeah, he's too busy. He's like, good riddance. And he hitches up the wagon to the donkey again and says, here. And they kind of trot off at a bit faster pace this time. All right.
I head on my way to Crosstown.
Okay.
Crawling as fast as I can.
Well,
30.
you don't have to crawl when they're gone.
So
right.
Where are they now? Are they going this way?
No, they were going to Crosstown too.
Where are they going after Crosstown?
I don't know. You didn't ask. You didn't talk to them. You just attacked them.
So he attacked me.
He told you to get out of his thing, and you didn't get out of his wagon. So he got you out of his wagon. If you were nice to them and asked for a ride, they might have gave you a ride, but you weren't nice to them. So you can make it to Crosstown by nightfall. It'll be kind of night when you're getting there.
Which will be nice for me to sneak.
It'll be nice for you to sneak into town. Crosstown gets a lot of travelers, so you don't have to worry too much about getting spotted much. And the bestial races are not, the bestial races are not uncommon here because we got the mountain wood. So you're not being a kitsune or being a cat folk isn't super rare here.
I'm gonna turn into my fox form.
Your complete fox form?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're gonna go fox form and then find a place to rest for the night or something like that?
Yeah, I'll just dig a hole.
You can find a spot in town where you can do that. You can't stay a fox all night. I don't think. I will check. We will check right now, people. Kitsune fox form.
So what is it?
Don't know. We'll see. There we go. Fox shape, Kitsune. It says there, you can take the form of a fox whose appearance cannot change, so you look like the same fox each time. Your bite attack, blah, 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 blah. Plus 10 racial bonus to disguise, made to be as a fox. Standard action, this ability, otherwise. Beast shape 2. Okay, let's see how long Beast shape 2 lasts. Duration, 1 minute per level, so you can stay as a little fox for 1 minute.
So I try to dig my hole as fast as I can, where I could get under there and have a little place there to sleep.
If you transform out of your beast shape while you're in a hole that's only big enough for your beast shape, that would be very bad for you.
I'm digging a hole that
You have a broken front paw, remember? That's still broken. That needs healing.
Are there any nurses?
I don't know. You haven't looked around. Why don't we do that next time? Next time you can look around Crosstown and see what you find. We'll let you go. We'll see what you want to get from your shopping, so you can look through that this week and stuff like that. How about that?
I already know what I want to shop.
Well, then you can write it down and your gold pieces, and you can subtract your gold appropriately. We'll say that tonight you find a... that tonight, this little Kitsune fox boy who is trying to learn to be out on his own is going to bed up somewhere hidden in the street or in an alley or something like that.
Between a building.
Between the buildings, usually that's called an alley.
I'll make a little place there with grass.
You have to talk loud where they can hear you.
I want to gather some hay or grass from there and make a bed.
You could probably try and sleep in the upstairs in the stable. There's plenty of grass up there in the stable barn. I mean, hay up there in the stable barn.
Okay, let's do that.
So you sleep upstairs in the stable barn. Sneak into the stable for me is your last check for the day, for this game.
14.
14 plus 10 is?
24.
How much?
24.
24. So, 24. You make it, and no one sees you get in there. The ranch...
Why would they not let me in there?
Well, because it's a place of business.
Business?
Yeah, it's a business. Stable's a business place. You pay to keep your horses there.
Do I have to pay with my 1,000 gold?
Not since you snuck in. You just snuck... You don't have to pay to stay there because you snuck in to get in there.
If someone finds me while I'm asleep,
then they'll probably throw you out.
I make a little fort.
There's no fort to make. Alright, so that is all we have for today, I guess. Thank you everyone for watching. Let's see, I don't think we have any events that needs covered. This was an interesting start. Hopefully our little fox boy will be nicer to people in the future and try to consider how they're going to feel about people jumping into their carts without permission. So, we will see how that goes next time. As always, thank you for watching. Have a great day. God bless and enjoy. Bye.